Greetings, beloved. These are the 5 types of twin flame telepathy. I figured I'd drop this video because it's a mystical time and the rain has just started to come down in the garden. So telepathy, a lot of people think that this is just heard in our minds. It's going to sound like a voice. But there's so much more with twin flame telepathy that's felt and experienced in the quantum fields. So note there's an infinite variety of ways that you'll experience this. Probably the most common one is clairsentience. This is where we feel things. We feel it emotionally. We feel it as if it's us, but it's also them. And oftentimes later on we'll find out, hey, we were feeling the same things and it wasn't even rational. It was like at 5 o'clock, my mood was this, and then all of a sudden I had this breakthrough, and by 7 o'clock I was feeling something different, and so were you. Now the second type is clairaudience. This is the classic one where you hear things in your psychic ears, not in your literal ears. I know this is really weird. I experienced this so vividly during a dream time where I heard music not outside of me but inside of my head. Some psychics say that there are these telepathic channels here in the body, and I've experienced it as sort of a holographic, something that's bigger than me that's heard, and it isn't necessarily connected at all to my human physical ears. So you might hear things like almost like you can hear a memory. Like right now I'd like you to hear a bottle falling over and crashing on the ground and breaking. Well, obviously you didn't actually hear that, but your memory heard something like that in the past, and so you can hear it in this sentient way or in your memory and somewhere deeper than just your ears. It's claircognizance, where you just know it. You just have this knowing, this intuitive power. And this will be validated where you have an intuition, you follow your gut, and you end up bumping into this person. Like, I had a very strong intuition, even though my mind was saying, he's my twin flame, it has to be the one. If not, I'll be so heartbroken, I don't want to even face the music. I intuitively felt like I knew he had moved on and that he was dating someone, and I checked his Facebook profile and it was fishy, something felt fishy, and he finally called me, as I have told the story before, at 11:11 in the morning. I was super excited to hear from him, like he's calling me back, but my intuition was like, ooh, not a good thing. And he, lo and behold, told me the details about his new girlfriend. So that was my intuition being just right. Now the challenge here is that sometimes we don't want to listen to our intuition if we are very attached to something. That's why it's really important to stay unattached to outcomes. Easier said than done, right? That's why I'm a big fan of following our bliss and taking good self-care and doing things that fill up our life and light, so that we're not obsessive and attached and focused on something that needs to work out. Instead, we can be in our power and our pleasure. That's why when I was so heartbroken, I launched my business, what I call my Blissness, doing metaphysical healing, doing my counseling work, and it filled my heart up with joy so that I could let go and be less attached. And my heartbreak healed much faster. Now 4 is clairvoyance. Are you seeing someone special? Well, maybe you and your eyeballs aren't seeing it, but you can see things with clear visions. This could be in your dream space where you have these vivid movie-like scenes that show up. Oftentimes this will be connected also to your emotions, clairsentience, where you just feel super attracted or maybe repulsed by somebody. But in the clear vision, the clairvoyance, you will be shown symbols or pictures or vivid details of what's possible for you. Now I had a very visual, almost like I woke up in a dream and I saw my beloved, and he was from Silicon Valley in San Francisco. He was a few years older than me. He was a French-speaking German, or a German-speaking French guy living on the border, and he was in tech. And it was like so graphic, and I felt so much love. And then about 2 weeks later, I met my twin flame. Was it that guy? No, if you followed me, I never met that guy, at least not in 3D. My twin flame is 9 years younger, and to me, it was more of a symbol of what my subconscious mind thought would happen, and maybe in an alternative timeline, maybe that did happen. But I'm so delighted that I found my beloved Jack, and we are here in this lifetime and multiple lifetimes and beyond to co-create together, and I have no regrets. So don't get too attached to what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Just let it come up, sort of take notes, do the research, play with it, and put together the puzzle piece, but don't hedge your bets too soon. Now the fifth type of twin flame telepathy, which I think is personally the coolest, is clairvoyance. Now I made that up, but what I mean by that is the heart talk, the heart communication. If you have heard of the Heart Math Institute, they talk about our heart having this massive electromagnetic field, and the heart has intelligence and wisdom, and I know you know that's true. It doesn't take a scientist to show us that our hearts are very powerful and yet tender. So we can actually feel that energy in our hearts. We can feel that twang. We can feel that excitement. We can feel that deep love. Now, I'd say one of the most important things is for us to heal our hearts from our previous relationships, including our relationships, say, to our family, our parents, our siblings, our teachers. Our early childhood is the foundation. The first 7 years is the foundation in our psyche. So we want to do that healing work. That's why we do a lot of twin flames, love blockbusting work. My husband and I, when we work with our women who want to call in their life partner, we don't want to just throw them into the dating pool and hope that they'll swim. They really will need to learn how to clear away these old blocks and patterns and blueprints and write their own true love stories, starting with themselves, starting in their bliss. When we have that full heart span, that open space, we can magnetize amazing, amazing people, friends, soul family members, soulmate clients, and of course our true twin flame. And in order to have all of the good stuff, it does start at the heart. It starts within ourselves. It starts by clearing out the old blocks. And one of the biggest tools I have so that you can have awesome telepathy, so that you can have an incredible twin flame union, is to connect to your bliss. And the heart is connected to all the chakras, and for women in particular, our bliss is one of the most foundational medicines of our divine feminine essence. So ladies, let's follow our pleasure, and you divine feminines out there too in male bodies. Let's follow our pleasure. Let's cultivate this really sensual feminine energy, like the nectar coming through the flower to attract her bee. We want to do things in our life that bring us joy, that bring us connection, that bring us that excitement and bliss. So what I did when I was heartbroken, like I said, is I launched my Blissness. I said, I'm not doing busyness. I'm not going to work like a dog. I'm going to follow my absolute passion, doing what I love. I did that for several years, although I was actually quite scared of making money. And it wasn't until I had a horrible neck injury, I couldn't work another day in the job that I was doing. I was doing facials as I was secretly doing energy healings. And one day with my neck just totally whacked out, I couldn't stand up, I couldn't do another facial session. I knew I had to launch my Blissness. And yet I was scared because I'd only made around $4,000 a year working for myself. I'd never been successful with money working for myself. I knew that I was an incredible healer and I had divine gifts and I'd been studying for lifetimes. So that's why I've created this incredible Blissness Awakening package. And this is the best of my divine feminine work applied to Blissness. So I'd love to invite you to consider coming to Blissness Bootcamp. It's a 3-day event. It's a retreat online from the comfort of your own bathtub maybe, or boudoir, or wherever you want to be. Your office is cool too. Where I'm going to be helping divine feminine entrepreneurs from all over the world, all different time zones, have a Blissness blast off. So you can take a quantum leap in your income, in the work that you love doing, and really package it up and learn how to sell, to position, to market, to get out there in the world with full confidence, not just pushing and working hard, but coming from the pleasure within your womb, connecting to the earth, connecting to your body, connecting even to your orgasmic frequencies. This is the twin flame energy, and this is where the twin flame relationship begins. It's within our own wombs, hearts, and spirits. So I'm going to put a link below to invite you to this incredible 3-day event, and I'm going to bonus you a 7-week course plus several other awesome high-value bonuses so you can skyrocket in your 7-figure orgasmic bliss. And I'm going to be putting a coupon code down below so that this is a super easy, sweet deal for you. If it's available, try and enter the coupon code and it will give you a 30% super savings. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And bliss, blessings.